Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading, where we are going to be asking for some clarity and guidance about the week at hand, the energies at play, asking for guidance from your ancestors, spirit guides, angels to best support you in this week. Hi, my name is Chandraj, and if you are new to my channel, then welcome. And if you're returning, then welcome back. It is so good to see you. Okay, Taurus, let's get started with your reading. In setting an intention, calling upon Taurus's spirit guides, ancestors, angels, all those that walk with them, to be present with their voice, to guide us as we call upon guidance, asking for Taurus, what is the predominant energy of the week? As of May 4th, the planet Pluto has just gone retrograde, the planet of transformation, personal power. How is this showing up in your life? With the Justice card. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Oh my gosh. Things that have been out of balance for you, it's time to step into your own power to right the wrongs that have been coming up. Recognizing the injustice in situations and how you become an active agent of karma for others and fulfilling your dharma thus wise. This is a powerful week of recalibration and really, setting the stage. Things that have felt like have been pitted against you or taken away from you, or things that have felt unfair. There is energy that's shifting, that's calling you into action to rebalance the scales, essentially. That's interesting. It's a very intense energy this week and coming up with May in general. So let's dive a little deeper, understanding how this energy has to play in the week at hand. Calling upon Taurus's ancestors, angels, and spirit guides. What does Taurus need to know to best support them in this week? What is going on this week? All right, asking for Taurus. Thank you. Asking for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know about the week at hand? Ooh, my goodness. I feel like every reading that I'm doing this week, the cards are just like jutting out. There's an intense energy that's coming about. Asking for Taurus, thank you. Messages from spirit, from ancestors, from angels. Ooh, that one was flying out. What does Taurus need to know about the week at hand? Okay. Thank you. Gonna get one more. Thank you. All right, let's take a look. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Looking at the face cards of this week and what is coming up, we see the Knight of Swords. You are being thrust into action and change in your life in totally new ways. The Knight of Cups, this is a healing process for you. Whatever is being asked of you to step into your own authority, this is a healing process. This is the Hermit. This is a long-term process that's coming for you now that is allowing you to process things that were out of control in your life before, the Tower. And it's resulting in a kind of harmony and healing, the Two of Cups, that just wasn't available before. Okay, let's look at what's actually over here. At the beginning of the week, there's this focus on you diving into work, what you've been building for yourself. If you work for yourself, it's really into getting into like, what am I building? It's getting into work. It's getting into a project. And this is the focus at the outset of the week and may set the tone for that. The Four of Pentacles, but there's also this contemplation of where am I living? And where have I set my space? What boundaries do I need to set? How do I communicate with the people in my life about the way in where I'm living to help organize and set the stage for what I need to do? It looks like you're very busy at the beginning of this week, and also really working towards setting the appropriate boundaries that you need and getting things organized for yourself in some way. And then going into the Hangman. Yeah, and this is where we're coming into that energy of where have people been treating me in a way that is unfair? And how is it that in this next stage, I get to recognize that through releasing circumstances, not by saying, well, okay, people get to take advantage of me, or I'm not going to do anything. There's this release into doing what you know needs to get done, moving forward. There's also an opportunity in the middle of this week for deep listening through meditation, through dream work, to really understand what is being asked of you in the situation at hand in your life. In the Wheel of Fortune, this is where some of the old lessons and the old patterns from the past are going to be coming out in your life in some way. And King of Swords, there is a need for you to be really setting some stern boundaries this week, and getting really clear about what it is that you want in a situation, probably around where you're living, Four of Pentacles, where you're living, around your business, around the space that you hold and that you take up. I know many Tauruses in my life through the past few years that have been having all these weird challenges with their living situation. And it's so many Tauruses that I know that it's not just a coincidence. But this is coming up again this week for you, Taurus. But you have the power, Ace of Swords, to know what's right for you and to create a change and to step into that. It's going to be good to start getting more information about your situation, or to be connecting and communicating with people that are going to help you go to the destination that you want to go and what you need. You've got the Queen of Cups. At the end of this week, the Queen of Cups, this is all going to move into you being able to decompress, take a step back, understand in all of this, how do I feel? There's this inner emotional alchemy that's occurring through this transition for you, this transformation that has something to do very internally with your own heart, your own self, your own vulnerability. You've had to be, in some ways, really hard, really steely, strong. And through this process of you setting some clear boundaries, I feel like, it's going to give you the space to relax into a softness that hasn't been available. There may even be some potential for new relationship in some form, like through friends or romance, but there's this new kind of receptivity that's going to open up for the universe to be able to give to you at the end of this week after setting some appropriate boundaries and ultimately just releasing a situation, whatever the situation is for you, to the universe, and trusting that your gut is going to tell you how you need to act. And that's the release, that's the surrender, is acting upon that then. Even if it sounds a little crazy, even if it sounds like something that you don't want to do. Okay, this is the time for some advice from ancestors, angels, and spirit guides. What does Taurus need to know about the week at hand to best support them? A message for Taurus. Ooh, got a few messages. Starting with Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Okay, so in this whole process of the week, be really attuning to the field you're creating with your mind and expectation. If we expect that the worst possible circumstance is going to occur, then we are setting the stage for that prophecy to be fulfilled. But if you can change within the expectation that, maybe things will actually work out, maybe things will work in my favor, they'll be better than I thought they could be, then this is going to create miracles in your life, which is what we're on the verge of. You're on the verge of some miracles. We also have Guan Yin, the Bodhisattva of compassion, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Okay, so for some of you Tauruses, whatever challenge is being brought up in this week, whether this is with another person, it'll be wise to look at them through the lens of love and compassion, and knowing that they're here to teach you a lesson ultimately. And that's why challenges show up. They're here to help us to evolve and to grow. And sometimes this is coming from someone that is not not necessarily leaning into their evolution and growth, and that's where this comes from. So do what is right for everyone involved. Do what's right for you, and don't be afraid to claim what is right for you in a situation, because this actually serves another person. Even if you feel like they're doing you wrong, you stating your own truth helps them to transform and to learn, and that's the flip side of the coin. That is the lesson for them to learn as well. Offer a helping hand, and when you can, in a situation, put yourself forward and say, I'm willing to do the work for myself, what I need to do, then this creates a field for any kind of conflict to then, relax the situation and let them know that this person isn't, that you or this other person, that they're not an enemy per se, but that you two can cooperate on what needs to be agreed upon. Yeah, I feel like there's two different messages here for Taurus, but for some of you, I know that in needing to set some boundaries, that this is an important advice for you. And then in other cases for Taurus, it'll be very important for you to be honing in on your intention and what you're wanting to manifest and bring forward, so that you're paving the way for some grace and miracles in your own life. As things are rebalancing and you're moving through some really potent transformations in the week. Okay, Taurus, my goodness. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish to see you next week. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.